On this episode, watch out for the cars.
Do you vlog or something?
Monopod, yeah.
Yeah? Nice.
We get to Gettysburg Battlefield and Resort. Should say special. Do you consent to be in our video?
Sure.
So what is this place?
This is Gettysburg Battlefield Resort. We have a lot of fun here. So we are a completely private, members-only resort. How did you guys hear about us?
My wife told me about it.
Yeah? How'd you hear about us?
Nate's hat fell down.
Oh
no! Over there.
go run.
She's gonna run.
Yeah, that's fine.
One of you, not both of you, whatever. Just get the energy. Yeah, somebody was asking on Facebook and Mom Book about where to store RV, and this lady started to talk about this place, so I kind of checked it online.
I love this thing. It's so
That's it.
cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. This morning there was a wedding at that little gazebo over there. Isn't that cute? Yeah, there was a wedding this morning.
Nice.
Yeah, so we do have catch and release fishing on site. The other things that are available for you down here at the pond, there's the gazebo, there's a walking trail all the way around, so you can kind of see on the other side there's a walking trail. And all of the boats that are man-powered, so kayaks, canoes, etc., are all free for your use.
Great.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The in-law suite.
We acquired this property in 1999. There were not cabins here prior.
Great.
Yeah. It's so adorable. Hey, look around. We'll open some cabinets.
Oh, what is this?
Look, press it. Find out. Oh, it's dark.
Oh, it turns. I never had one of those the light switches. Only different ones.
Got air conditioning. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Have you ever had anybody do this with a camera before?
No, actually.
All the conveniences of home.
operation is about to begin. The universe holds its breath at the audacity of man.
Travelers Resort of America here. We just went through the sales pitch and it was very upsetting. So it might be a really nice campground at first to see all this wonderful resort type atmosphere where there's a lodge and a pool, all the smiling faces. It's just the front. They're trying to get us to spend $12,000 to sign up for a one-time offer that's good for now and only now. And when I asked about the opportunity to think about it while the children went to the swimming pool, they denied us from even leaving the building. So here we are considering
What does this mean?
walking off the property. My wife is kept prisoner inside. She is held captive right now. They will not let her out of the building. Yeah, just very uncomfortable, very unnatural situation here. And very unnerving. The high pressure sales tactic may work on a few people, but it is not in fact working with me, especially as we brought the RV. We parked it about 100 feet off of the property. They said we could not even go into the RV to sit down and talk about it. So that was, very, very upsetting. So they would not allow any recording. Obviously, we captured some impressive video of the campus, the resort, the campground, whatever you want to call it. But we've got helicopters flying overhead like they're doing some type of reconnaissance mission here, trying to prevent me from taking notes. They would not allow me to document any of this experience as it is proprietary. Obviously, they have something to hide here as their methods of business are very questionable. So I've got people looking out the window. I have the kids running back and forth here, but it is very shady indeed. You could see that there are a few folks peeking over the boxes that are piled up against the window. facing the yard here. I sat down at the picnic table to simply capture the moment as my adrenaline began to flow, getting very upset as I felt like I could not even step out to take a breath, because if I did that, then the offer's off the table. Then we would have to spend $12,000 for just this resort location at Gettysburg and lose all the opportunity that was on the table for all of the coast-to-coast opportunities, which is completely and utter
So where is she, the person that's giving us the tour? Where is she?
She's inside.
But where? Inside?
They're looking out the window.
Up there?
I guess so.
I don't know where to lead there.
This was not much of an adventure at all, but I think it was an interesting experience for us to come here and learn about this type of place. However, I don't think it's going to be good for us to come here again.
Why?
Because they want a lot of money, and that's their model of business, to actually scam people out of $12,000. But I think what you'll do with Melanie is put on your bathing suits and enjoy maybe a quick swim in the pool, like they said that we could do. But Mommy's gonna have to stay inside with Nate for a little bit while she's kept prisoner
She's feeding.
and kept hostage, because she cannot step foot out of the building.
What? Why?
Because she's being held prisoner, and they're allowing us to walk the property so that you can jump in the water for a few minutes. But that's all, okay? Let me give you guys a brief synopsis of what we just went through. In fact, we had just endured about a 3-hour ordeal. I could have done so much more with an afternoon than I could have ever imagined spending trapped within the walls of this resort facility. The sales office, the welcoming center, whatever you want to call it. 3 options is what they laid out. $11,999 package will allow you all access for free to 8 of their facilities. They were going to include the 9th facility in their premium package, which is an absolute bargain at $20,000 for a lifetime. $20,000 for me to commit to using my RV to park and plug in and drop my in the hole in the ground. No way. I didn't sign up for any of that when I got this RV. In fact, I could never see myself partaking in any program such as this. 4 things I want to point out. First of all, anybody can come and go as they please into the pool area. There's no security, as they said. I did not see any security guards. They said they have 24-hour security at this place. Anybody could walk in and out. So there were probably about 100 people there in the pool area, one of which stood out like a sore thumb. He had a teardrop tattoo right in the corner of his eye. He was walking by, all tattooed up, middle-aged, 35, maybe 38 years old. And first impression, to think about the background check that they emphasized on all of their members, all of the resort attendees. My wife brought up a very important point. Now, you can bring a family member or a guest along, and that person could be anybody off the street. But if you're affluent and you're of good morals and you have a background check that was cleared, you don't necessarily associate with these individuals, do you? I don't want to stereotype or be biased in any way, but there were only 5 or 6 people that I saw that seemed to be more well off. It's just not a place that I felt safe with my children, as they had emphasized, overly emphasized. It was so uncomfortable to be sitting there talking about fraudulent activities and background checks and emphasizing that. And I'm sure their sales training indicated them to do so, and that they couldn't stress that enough as the majority of their sales pitch, being a secure place, a reputable resort that does not have these thugs and sex offenders. And how did she put it? The Joes and Mikes. You don't want to be a Joe or a Mike. I felt so much safer being at the state park with the people coming up and introducing themselves with a smile than being here and the people looking at you like you're a new face, fresh meat. I felt like a suspect. I felt like a potential victim, the way these people were looking at me. Not only the staff members, oh, here comes the next fresh meat, the next victim, but the people looking out their RVs at me. I'm sure there are criminal activities going on in this resort. Battlefield Resort at Gettysburg. Sorry, but you won't get my business. It's nothing like it seems to be. In fact, it's very, very repulsive. Now, what you're about to see may seem all well and good to the naked eye. In fact, for the unsuspecting victim, you may make your way through this tour of magnificent grandeur, and the possibilities are endless for ultimate enjoyment with your family and friends for years to come, for generations, for your children's children, in fact. So you're going to be investing in the future at this resort opportunity, Travelers Resort of America. Keep this in mind and avoid it at all costs. I see the family coming now, so I'm going to wrap it up. Hopefully you guys will learn something from this.
I think she was going after us to the pool, but we took a different way back on the road.
I just want to get out of here.